So what is in the bag? Well, of course you know already because you've read the descriptions, haven't you? You've read the title of the video. This is, of course, a shower curtain, and the reason I've got myself a new shower curtain is because the old one got damaged when I was moving things around. So I've gone for the classic white shower curtain by Sainsbury's, and it's even got cleaning instructions. Yes, you do have to actually clean shower curtains because, like anything else, they can get dirty. So if you haven't washed your shower curtain in a while, do so. That said, let's just get rid of that. And the first thing we've got right off the bat here is a carry case. Why then just go with the old traditional, disposable plastic bag? I don't know, but you have this little carry case which you're probably never going to use again unless you can actually genuinely think of something else to use this for, other than carrying curtains around, because once you've used it, that's basically it. It's got no other use. Unless you can find some use, that is. So what have we got here? Well, it feels like there's some sort of weighted bit in here. And oh yes, there we go. Transparent shower ring. That's a bit different. Last set I bought had all white ones, so yeah, that's a bit of a surprise. That's a bit of a shock. I wonder what they actually feel like. Bit on, well, they've got enough give, which is what you would expect, because obviously they've got to loop around the different items here, the shower rail itself, as well as the shower curtain, although that's probably not really enough give without potentially snapping. If I pull it any further than that, it's probably going to break, so potentially a bit of a design flaw there, methinks, but c'est la vie. Now this is not going to be really that practical to show in one go in front of a camera like this, is it? This setup really doesn't lend itself to this sort of situation, so I'll probably end up having to do something like a montage of me putting it up. But here you can see Sainsbury's quite sensible advice of keeping it away from fire. But given that I'm going to be putting it in a shower cubicle, or rather using it to form a shower cubicle, so to speak, there shouldn't ever be a fire next to it. Although that said, my gas boiler is right next to my shower anyhow, so does this mean it's not going to protect me from a fire even if it's wet? Who would have thought it? What is this actually made out of? After each use, leave the curtain drawn to dry naturally before putting back into position. Shouldn't the position just be to leave it out anyhow? Machine washable at 40 degrees Celsius, is allowed to dry naturally and keep away from direct heat. Made in China. Do not tumble dry, do not iron, do not dry clean, do not bleach. 40 degrees wash, gentle action. Nothing whatsoever about what it's supposed to be made out of. Right. I think then, what I need to do is to go and hang this bad boy up to see what it actually looks like. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do a montage or not, but I probably won't. Or I probably will. Only one way to find out. 3, 2, 1. And there we go, all up. And that looks much better than the previous curtains did, because the previous curtains got damaged when I was moving things around. So, yeah, these things are not tough, they're not resilient, they're not designed to be messed around with. The old curtains will of course be relegated to some of the use, such as being used to keep my carpet clean if I decide to paint on it. Paint over it, not on it. I don't want to paint the carpet. Who paints the carpet? A madman, that's who. But no, if I decide to take a painting on an easel, for example, then I shall make sure to use the old shower curtains underneath the easel on top of the carpet to protect the carpet from the paint. God knows what will protect me from the paint, or the walls, or even the canvas itself. But that's a different story altogether. Now you might have noticed I haven't used those particular rings that came with this set, and that's simply because my shower rail already has the rails themselves already have hooks built into them. They slide along quite nicely, as you can see, along the top there. Yeah, and they do a good job in that regard. One thing I do like about this particular set of curtains, I didn't point this out before, but these actually have rings. Okay, rings around where the loops are, and my previous curtains didn't. They just had, the hoops without any kind of rings. and they were starting to get damaged from the weight of the curtains pulling down on those hoops and therefore effectively tearing them in some regard. This, on the other hand, that should not have that problem because those hoops will basically take the load. So I think that's basically it. Decent shower curtains? Yep. Do they do the job? Of course they do. But I'll just prove that to you. Back in a sec. Jump cut. As I'm sure you can see and hear. Yep, they work. They work very well indeed. Well, I'll see you sometime in the future, I guess. Bye for now, and remember, keep clean.